think we're working.
Yep.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the City of Denison Reinvestment Zone Number 1, City of Denison Board meeting for Tuesday, July 30, 2024. We'll call this meeting to order, and we do have a quorum for our meeting, and I'll ask Ms. Wallenstein, do we have any request to speak cards?
We do not, no, sir.
No request to speak cards. We'll go to the consent agenda.
And
Oh,
Mayor, I
discussion.
have one correction on that for the record.
Okay.
The adjournment time on page 2 in the packet published says 12:05 a.m. That should be 12:05 p.m. So I have corrected that on the minutes here, so if when you approve that, if you could just note that correction, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm glad we're not here at 12 a.m. We got close once upon a time, but thank goodness we're not there. So anyway, there are no public comments. Consent agenda: receive a report, receive an update on the financial status of the the consent agenda. We better vote on that. Minutes from July, a year ago, July 30, 2024, with one correction. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Judge Dawson, second by Councilman Thorne. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. Now we're for items for individual consideration. Mr. Macedo, welcome. Looks like you got the show today.
Good afternoon. Thank you for taking time off your busy schedule today. I think that's a little better. Yep. Okay. Yes, so I'm Orlando, and I'm a senior accountant here, and I just wanted to give you a brief financial update to start off. Let's see. So here's a breakdown of our rates of the percentages, the dollar amounts go. So per $100, about 28 cents of the city's M&O rate gets deposited into the TIF fund, and for the county, rounded up, 12 cents per $100 gets deposited into the TIF fund. And as 2012, the assessed values of this zone has improved $247,281,523. So that growth over there has really benefited the zone. And we estimate at the end of the zone to be upwards of $583,304,841. So on average right now, since the creation of zone, it's improved 46%, which has been really great. And so with that growth, our deposits each year have grown upwards to $963,652. And with that growth, we estimate at the end of the TERS to have about $2.2 million in deposits. And so here you can kind of see a better forecast, and you can see the history of the zone. So we started at about 4.7 million in assessed value, and right now, as this past tax year, we're at 254 million for the city. And this is just a financial update, and if you have any questions, I could answer them. No. There's no motion on this one.
We do need a motion.
No motion.
Okay. All right, so we've just about doubled, looks like. No, yeah, just not bad on total values up to 583 million. Any questions on this item? All right. Next item, please, sir.
So I wanted to give you kind of the history of the TIF fund deposits before we go into the numbers. So you see the big increase each year because of the increase of values. And so we're about $3.7 million of deposits total throughout this history of the zone. And so with that, the developer came forward this past few months and submitted a reimbursement request. They submitted about $108,778 in invoices, but with the previous invoices they submitted, we start with the older ones first. And so with the amount of funds currently available, they requested $962,963.42. And so those invoices are from previously approved invoices from 2022. And the city is asking for a reimbursement request for 3 invoices amounting to $8,796.36. And these invoices are consulting fees that I requested because this TERS is getting really large and we want to make sure we're doing our due diligence. And so I asked a consultant to look through this, and we had 3 invoices come back. And so that's what the city is requesting. And so staff recommends the board approve reimbursements of $8,796.36 to the city of Denison and $962,963.42 to the developer, TPJ Properties. And if you have any questions on this reimbursement package, I can happily answer them.
All right, could you go back to the
Yes.
previous page, please, sir? So they're saying that they have used $12,615,000 for their project costs.
So that would be including administrative costs for the city, the trail costs for the city, and the pedestrian bridge costs for the city.
Okay.
And then what the developer has submitted is $12,409,004.74.
All right, and what are the park dedication fees? The 300,000, what is that number?
That is a part of the development agreement. It's part of, if I believe, THF, them donating the land for THF, or not donating, but it's part of the development agreement for THF.
All right, so we're giving him credit for 300,000 on the land?
Yep.
Okay.
That was negotiated with the development agreement back when they put all that.
Oh, okay, great. And so we paid out 2.758 million
That's total amount paid so far.
so far.
Yes.
And
And then the city is owed $8,796 for this current fiscal year. And then what we are reimbursing them is $962,963.42.
and then we have on hand in our bank account, we've got the 971,000.
Yes. When I made this slide, it was 971, but I didn't include the April interest. So with the April interest, it's actually $975,065.73. But we can include that next year's package.
All right, thank you. Mr. Thorne, any questions there?
No, sir.
Okay. Judge, any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. And so there's no action to be taken? It's just a report saying that we're gonna spend about $963,000?
It's a motion to approve.
Okay.
This one does have I think this is
All
part
right.
B, right?
Yes, this is part B.
Yeah, it says take action on approval.
All right. Is there a motion to approve the disbursements?
I motion to approve the disbursement.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
All right, have a motion and a second to approve the disbursements as presented by Mr. Macedo. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. And Ms. Pilcher, do you have anything you want to talk about, or? Okay, well, I'm gonna say then, at 2:11 p.m., we're going to adjourn our meeting, and we thank everybody for coming. Thank you very much.